Hello everyone, Coming Clean here. Welcome to another Let's Play video. Today I'm playing some Skylanders Imaginators and I'm going to showcase my 3 favorite senseis. Let's get right into it. Alright, here we are at Scholarville with my first favorite sensei, Ambush. And the reason I like Ambush so much is like 97% the way he looks. You know, I'm a biologist, sentient trees is what we biologists likes. But fortunately, I really like the way he plays too. Just his main attack is so cool, because you strike it once, and strike it again, and he sort of shifts between these cool Chinese fencing wushu poses, which I think looks really great. But that's not the coolest of his abilities. As you can see, his sword is growing green right now. And he's, yeah, as you can see, he damaged quite a lot. Now I just do a regular attack on this dude, 95. But if I stand still for just 1 second, my sword starts glowing green, and my next attack will do increased damage. 285, 3 times the damage, which is insane. I would have to say, without being too sure, that Ambush might have one of the highest damage outputs of all the senseis actually. Yeah, made short work of those. He has a second dash attack when you hold the main attack and you spin in the air. I'll showcase that in the next fight up ahead. Right, here we are at the next fight. He also has some combos you can do. If you hold the secondary attack, you make this bamboo tree smash, and you can also do an AoE version of that if you hold the tertiary attack. Like that. Also very damaging attacks. As you can see, the dash here, it does some damage too, but it's just the startup that is just a few fractions of a second too slow to really get away from danger. But I really like this offensive slash attack that, as you can see, damaged enemies all around me as well. And Ambush is not this super fast character like another sensei that I will show later, but he needs to be played quite a bit methodically. Yeah, you saw a crit there. Was it 1215? That's when you get a critical hit when your enemy is marked and your sword is green. And what is a marked enemy? Let's see if I can show that off here. Yeah, as you can see, this big guy has some grass on him now. And then my attacks do increase damage. If you wonder why I'm not mashing the buttons, it's because I want to get that glowing sword. And to do that you need to stand still. So that is Ambush and why I like him so much. He is a super fun character to play. He needs to be played quite methodically to get all his damage output, but that's also what I like about him. He's very versatile and he has an insane damage output. So that's my first favorite sensei, Ambush. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, here we are at the Sensei Undead Realm, and we are playing as my second favorite sensei, Wolfgang. And I like him for slightly different reasons from why I like Ambush. Of course, I do like the way Wolfgang looks. He is a werewolf after all. I like werewolves. Team Jacob for the win. But most of all, I like the way he plays. I know that he's a playable character in Trap Team as well, and he plays quite differently there. He's a melee-based character, and here in Imaginators he's a bowslinger. And it does feel a bit weird that he is a ranged character. He has such an imposing figure. It feels like he should be up there in his enemies' faces and slashing them. But I like his moveset and his toolkit so much that I can't help to like this sensei so much. He has this slide attack, and it creates a bunch of speakers, and you can slide out of them and they explode, damaging all enemies around you. And when you stand inside the circle that the speakers create, your arrows become more powerful. As you can see there, I fired 3 arrows at the same time. We also have this tertiary attack where you place a couple of speakers and they damage all enemies that walk into them, which works quite well in Skylanders because the enemies are not particularly intelligent in these games. And all his moves together make up for a playstyle where you are encouraged to control the battlefield in various ways. For example, you can slide and create the speakers and you fire out of them, but the speakers don't stay there for all that long, so you need to slide out of them eventually, and then they will explode and you appear at a different position, and then you maybe place down a couple of speakers, slide away from there, and you sort of need to be always prepared for where enemies are going to be the most effective with Wolfgang. And also this last attack, if you press the tertiary attack button in the air, you create a very powerful rock concert that you can use as sort of a last resort. So those are my thoughts on Wolfgang and why I like him so much. You need to be methodical with him too. You need to control the battlefield. You need to know your abilities, when to use them, when not to use them. And you need to be very aware of which enemy types you are facing and where they will be the next second and so on. That's why I like Wolfgang so much. Moving on to my third favorite sensei. Okay, now we are at Sky Fortress with my third favorite sensei, Aurora. Yeah, she's definitely more straightforward in her moveset than Ambush and Wolfgang, but she has some other qualities that I really do like. And I will explain why, because that's why I'm making this video. So, Aurora is all about speed. She has a moveset where you are encouraged to never stop your motion and always keep your momentum. Did I say something similar like that about Spyro? With Spyro, you are encouraged to never slow down at all. I think I did. Yeah, anyway, now we're talking about Aurora. She has her main attack, very straightforward, you has a three punch combo, but he has an extremely fast dash attack. And the path I've chosen also makes her leave swords in her wake that explodes. She also has her tertiary attack where you actually leave a sword, and as you can see, yeah, the whole animation of the move is sort of what Aurora is all about, to always keep your momentum, because if I stand still and use it, she still skips forward. It's so obvious that this move should be used when you're on the move. But to show you why I really like Aurora, I need to show you her upgrade tree. This one, Momentum. Yeah, it's even called Momentum. It gives you a 3-second damage boost when you use your dash move. So, if I just strike this enemy here, 43, but if I make a dash move, now I'm a damage boost and now I damage 65. So it's about a 50% damage increase, which is definitely not as high as you got with ambush after standing still. That was 300%, so 50% might seem little, but Aurora strikes so fast, so you can rack up some really good damage just with that move. And that's more or less all of her moves. You have your main attack, you have your dash, and you have your skipping and leaving a sword behind. But sometimes simple is enough. It's not the usual type of movesets that I'm drawn to, but with her it works so well. And those were my favorite senseis. Click on the video appearing on screen right now to watch a similar Let's Play video with my favorite core Skylanders from Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. But that will be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Coming Clean and I will see you next time. Take care!